Okay, so in this exercise, we're going to be creating a pictorial sketch from this multi-view drawing. So here in the primary view, we can see that it's got kind of an angle on it. It's got a couple of holes here that, since there's no mention of them here, of the depth, we can say that they go all the way through. Then we have this hole here that, with the cutting plane line here, we can see the section, and we can see that that's a counterbore hole. And we can also see that there's nothing sticking up, so that means that these are in fact holes going through the part, not bosses sticking up from the part. So as you know, there's multiple ways we can draw pictorial views of our parts. The most common way is an isometric, which is good if things have edges that are vertical and horizontal, but a little harder to do if we have angled edges like this. This piece has a lot of stuff kind of going on an angle and a bunch of curves, so it would be a harder part to draw in oblique or in isometric. So we're going to draw it in oblique, so we can have kind of the same view, but now we can give some depth to it. And so in oblique, we can have the lines going back to give us our depth, going different directions if we want. So we can say that they're all going to go back this way, so everything on the same drawing has to go the same direction, but we can kind of move around as we want. So we can have them go this way, and they could go either kind of flat or kind of steep, or we could go this way, flat or steep, or we could even come down off of it this way. So I'm going to leave that up to you to figure out which direction you want the lines to go to give this the depth, and what angle you want to use for those. You also have the option of doing it cavalier, which is going back the full distance, so going back the full 5/8. But since that doesn't quite look right, there's also cabinet oblique, where we go back just half the distance, or a general oblique, where you kind of go somewhere other than that. Somewhere less than full, but doesn't have to be exactly half. So I'm going to leave that up to you also. So as long as it's the same distance you go back on all of your edges, I'm going to call, and they're all at the same angle, I'm going to call it good. So try and replicate this view here, and then give me the oblique view on it. All right.